You might suspect dividends are good for stock prices, but according to the data, not necessarily. Bloomberg's Adam Johnson is here to explain. Adam, what's going on?
Mark, if I hadn't run the data myself, I would never have believed it. Who would think that stocks that pay dividends are down and stocks that don't are up? But that's what the data says. We crunched the numbers last night out of the Bloomberg terminal. Here's what we found. We started with the S&P 500. There are 52 stocks that pay dividend yield of 5% or more. All right? We look back and guess what? They have lost 6.5% year to date. All right? They pay a dividend of 5% or more, and they're down 6.5%.
How do we explain that?
Well, people don't want dividends. They want cash flow. Cash flow, cash flow, cash flow. If you take the 138 stocks in the S&P 500 that don't pay a dividend, they are up 23% on average, and it gets better. Here's what you do, Mark. You then take those 138 stocks and you say, now I want to screen for cash flow. Show me all the stocks with cash flow yields of greater than 20%.
Show me the money.
Show me the money is what we're talking about. These are companies that are spitting out oodles of cash. And guess what? When you cull that list down to 14 and then you drop out Citi, because who can understand Citi, and Centex, because they're getting bought by Pulte, you get 12. We call that the dynamic dozen. And guess what, Mark? Those stocks are up 39%. They are cash flow generators. They're cash flow machines. That's what people want. And here they are: AutoNation, Coventry Health, Computer Sciences, E-Trade, First Horizon, Genworth Financial. Those are the first six. The next six: Interpublic, King Pharmaceuticals, Office Depot, Pulte, Sprint Nextel, and Time Warner Cable. Again, these are 12 companies generating oodles of cash. That's what investors want. That's what they're paying up for. And they are rewarding the stocks by taking them up on the year.
Did these numbers surprise you after you crunched the numbers?
Oh, God, yeah, Mark. I literally backed into this screen because I was originally trying to find companies that would be safe places to hide in uncertain times. Companies growing earnings and paying good dividends.
But wait, was this something that you did twice? The first time you said, that can't be right, let me do them again?
Mark, I did it about 6 times. And finally, about 9 o'clock last night, I said, oh, my God, look at this. And it's in the data, and it comes out of the Bloomberg terminal. Any Bloomberg user can screen for this, and you'll actually see it right there. It's shocking, Mark. It's not what you'd expect, but, you know, it's the classic argument or choice between growth and value. You know, companies that are growing are putting their cash flow back into the company, R&D. They're deploying it, as opposed to companies that aren't growing where they're paying out dividends. And clearly, this data is showing that investors, at least this year, want the companies that are spitting off cash flow and reinvesting it back into the business. It's just not what you'd expect, though, is it?
Bloomberg's Adam Johnson joining us right now. Adam, thanks so much.